Hey everyone, this is Ben with the Midwest Model Shop back with you. So apparently everyone, I found out about this tag thing from Brian at BAS Dry Docks the other day, and he tagged me in a video, and then his wife tagged my wife in a video, and there's all this tagging going on, so alright, we'll participate. So hobbies, I actually have had a lot of hobbies over the years, so many so that at a certain point I decided I needed to like get things under control and focus on just a couple of them, or 3 or 4 or something. So anyway, obviously I build models, started doing that when I was a kid. About the same time though, my dad, he was into woodworking as a hobby, and I took a pretty big interest in that as well. So a few years back I got involved with hand woodworking tools, mostly because I had a smaller shop, and anytime you turned on a power saw, just dust blew all over the place and it made a big mess. And if you use hand saws or hand tools, it's easier to control.
Planes. Yeah,
hand planes, things like that. So anyway, I took an interest in 17th century style boxes, and these are commonly referred to in this modern day and age as Bible boxes, but that actually is not correct. They were never called Bible boxes, they were just called boxes. In 1700s, when you had a house, you probably had a dirt floor, a table, a bed, and then if you moved, you put everything into a big huge honking trunk, and that's what you lugged around. Well, if you had anything that was important, that was smaller, that you wanted to keep somewhere, you put it in a box, and this sat on your table, and that's what these boxes are called. But they were ornately carved, and just, you know, were fancy, nice little things. So there's this guy named Peter Follansbee. He specializes in restoration and studying antique, well, not antique, but 17th century style furniture from the early Americas. And I studied a bunch of his stuff and watched a bunch of his videos, got a bunch of tools, and started making boxes. So I've done that for the years. My wife's got a bunch. We've got them scattered around the house. It's something that I enjoy doing. It looks fancy, it looks complicated, but it's really not that hard to do. My dad came over. I showed him a box I made, and he goes, "Where'd you get this wood?" And I said, Menards or Home Depot, whatever. And he goes, they came carved like this? I said, no, I did that, you know. And he's like, what? And I'm like, it's not hard. And I showed him the video. He watched it, and he goes, all right, I want to go do it. And we go out in the garage and set him up with a piece of wood, and he knocked one out. It was no big deal, so anybody could do that. So that's the one. The other thing that I do, it's in shambles right now. I have an Etsy shop where I turn pens. Pens, the type that you write with. Not a lot of them are made out of wood. A lot of people, yeah, here's one that I made for my wife, all fancy, and it's got, oh, let's see crystal here. Yeah, a little crystal on the front right there. It's not going to focus for you guys, but you know, whatever. I turn this part right here, and then you put together. So I have an Etsy shop. When we moved, the shop got sold out. All the air's turning on. Hang on a second. Anyway, when we moved into our new house, the shop, which is over there, is not set up yet, and so basically I don't have any pens in stock right now. But here's some pictures of some of the stuff that I've done. A lot of people who think it's neat and are into pens, like they think, you know, a wood pen would be really cool. The folks who are connoisseurs of pens, I'm discovering they don't care for wooden pens. They want acrylic stuff. They want high-end things. So that's fine. I turn that stuff too. I think it's really neat. And my wife was a big supporter of that and helped me get the little Etsy shop going, and helps sell things. And when I'm on the road and something gets sold, 9 out of 10 times she's the person who boxes it up and gets it shipped out to you. So anyway, those are 2 things that I do besides models. So this is my wife Nora, and she's got a couple of hobbies too. I'll let her explain away her stuff.
So I am Mrs. Ben, aka Nora, and yeah, he helps me with my shop, my birdhouse shop, the Pink Canary Company. And here are a few pictures of the birdhouses that I hand paint. We do build them here in his shop. They are fully functional. Just a little idea that I had, something that I wanted to do, something for birdhouses that was kind of unique. You know, you always see birdhouses and they sort of look the same, but I wanted them to be functional. I wanted the little baby birds to be safe and cozy and whatnot. And what my other hobbies are,
you do a little knitting.
Taking care of you.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I picked up knitting last year. I've always wanted to be able to make a scarf, and I did it, and he teased me. He thought I was making a runner because it was huge.
It was really big.
It was really big, but it was huge and it was warm, and I love it. It's one of my favorites. So knitting is like a hobby now. I love cooking.
Yeah,
I really love cooking.
I like eating.
He's gotten me some really awesome kitchen tools because he knows I love cooking, and he says that if you are going to do anything, you got to have the right tools, and that involves having some really nice kitchen things. So I do love cooking. I love making really nice meals for him, and I don't know, you know, the pen shop. I love the pen shop. It's something that we both collaborated on, and we both love like really nice, cool pens, and that was how it all started. And so we really kind of go back and forth and bounce ideas off each other as far as the pen shop goes, and you know, what looks good and what people might like and what they might not like. So that's a real collaboration, kind of like the birdhouses. Also, you know, so everything that we do, we kind of do together, except
Whoops, sorry.
Our dog got that. We kind of do everything together except the model building.
This is Mika, is one of the troublemakers here.
Winnie.
That's Winnie.
Except the model building, because that's just not my bag. I love it. I think it's great. I admire his patience and his skill. I think it's awesome, and he shares, you know, obviously I watch his videos, I see the videos, and he shares other work with me, other videos and other model builders that are, you know, sort of in the whole network and what's going on, and I think it's fantastic, and everybody should have a hobby and some kind of an outlet. I think it's great. Everybody needs that, and it's not something that I had prior to meeting him, so I'm glad that he introduced me to that, and having an outlet and a hobby, and doing something that you enjoy and taking a break from everything else. So
yeah, sounds good. So anyway, that's probably enough of that. So this is my wife Nora, I'm Ben. This is one of our dogs, Mika. She's a troublemaker. This is Winnie. She's not so much troublemaker. And yeah, this was fun. Hope you all enjoyed it, and we'll get back to working on the USS Missouri here pretty soon. See you guys later.